here we are at the beginning of 2021, and if you're like me, I am also thinking, what is going on? If we look around us in the natural, it just looks like chaos. But I want to say to you today, there is hope. There is hope. Ask for wisdom from heaven. You don't need a manual for this earthly manual. Just ask Him for downloads from heaven, and He will give it to you. So today I want to share with you this prophetic word that He gave me since last year, 2020. And it's the first time, it was actually on Pentecost. I was just praying and seeking God for what was going on and what He's saying. And He gave me this word that is about Him and what He's doing in the nations and for this era that we've gone into. And so I bring this to you today humbly, but without apologies, because I know this is from the Lord. So the first words that just keep on coming to me is look out for wonder. If that's the one thing for 2021, is look out for wonder. And on Pentecost, this is what I saw as I was seeking the Lord. I saw the earth plates moving. I could see the hot lava, and it was like what was happening before an earthquake. There was so much going on. And then the next minute, there was this huge, visible rift, but very big, right across the earth. And I knew that this was serious. And it was a split, and it was visible to everyone. And when I saw this, the words the Lord said to me was that your kids, Tanya, this generation, they will witness this, and the world as they know it will not be the same. And then He also said to me to keep an eye and watch the elements, keep an eye on the elements. And those are the smaller and simpler things that make up the bigger things. And these are the things that will lead up to these rifts, and there will be many to come. And when we see these elements, we can see them, recognize them. It will be important because these are the things that will lead up to the rifts. And then when these rifts happen, the systems of this world will come falling down. And that is, I believe, God's agenda. And as we have entered into this new era, the Lord said, you cannot go in with the new. I've said it many times. Other people are saying it as well. You cannot go in with the old. Sorry, it will all be new. And this is why these things will happen. There's a shaking and a bringing down of these systems of the world. And God said to me that even when this happens, the church, many people in the church will not recognize it, and they will not understand it because they have seen it and expected it to look different to what it's going to be. And then I was reminded of Daniel 2, where he's describing to Nebuchadnezzar his dream, and he started speaking about the feet of this huge statue that was in his dream. And Daniel was explaining that it's the different kingdoms, the different governance that will be there. And we are now at the feet. This era that we've gone into is now the feet. And the combination, the feet were made out of clay and iron. And he said to him that they can't mix. There's no ways they can combine. And then there was the stone that was not cut out by the hands of men, but it was, as we know, Jesus. And that stone came and crushed the feet to such an extent that the wind blew it away like dust, even to the place where it will be like it wasn't even there before. And then he said, and then God will bring in His kingdom that will stand forever. And so when He reminded me of this, the word abolition came to me. And as I sought Him about this, the Lord said He's bringing an end, an undoing of systems and practices and institutions that won't work in this new era and what He is doing, because it is man-made. And just as Jesus was the final sacrifice and he came to abolish the power of sin, disease, and sickness, and the power of death, the sting, just as he came to abolish that, and there's no more need for sacrifices. He will abolish. This is what's going to happen, abolition. And we are going to be a part of this. As we then, ruling with him as his sons and his daughters, and we are born of him, we will not imitate the systems of the world. We will not imitate the spirit of this age, but we will abolish these things. And especially, God said, the idols on the high places, and the demonic forces and the spirits over nations and the world. God said to me, tell my people this is not the era for being nice or religious or a good Christian. It is not good enough. In this era, we have to live as he is. And so then earlier this year, as I was seeking him again about all of this, the Lord said to me, look out for wonder. It's the beautiful, the remarkable, the unfamiliar, and the strange, and the peculiar. And as he said that to me, I saw these treasures coming up to the surface of the ocean, and all over the oceans they were floating on the surface. And God said, my mysteries that were long hidden will be revealed. And these things will happen suddenly. And he said to me, as they happen, his people will see and be amazed. They will encourage the remnant, but offend the enemy and those who serve him. Offend and provoke him. But as his people, his remnant, are encouraged, the gold, the pure gold in us, will be drawn to him even more. And as we are drawn to him, because we've seen these things happening, he will pour liquid gold into us that will release and birth the giftings that are needed in these times to step into the call that he has for you and my life. I think that is incredible. And the Lord said, it will be time, it will be time. And my people will duplicate me on the earth, and through them I will establish my kingdom, his kingdom that can never be destroyed. It will stand forever. So that is the word that God has given me. And if I can just look out for wonder in this year coming now with you, then I will be so happy about that. Be and live as he is. Be a carrier of his spirit, pure gold, and look out for wonder. So if you want to talk about this and you just want to comment or you'd like to share this, please do. I would love to talk about this word. And I'm so excited to see what God has for this year, even though I don't understand in the natural what's going on. I'm trusting in him and believing in him. And yeah, I really hope to see you soon again.